Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, hope you're having a magical day, and I'm today even more magical because today we are doing NEMOPHILA and we're doing the new song they've put out called Style. I am very interested because I actually, also if you guys want to know, I've made them into a digital artwork. If you guys want to check them out, if you remember, I made them a traditional artwork, like made with like paints and stuff. I actually did like a whole mixed media out background, which I actually really like. I really like how that came out, like the whole thing. But now I get the chance to draw them digitally, and I will do that. Not this week, not this Saturday. That one part two is coming out. Part two will not have NEMOPHILA in it because I hadn't actually watched them until this point, in my discovery of musicians and singers and artists. But it will be in 3 weeks from now. So count Monday, the coming week, and from there on, like, in 3 weeks. You can see it on my channel and my community channel. You will see, like, NEMOPHILA is listed in the artist schedule, in the art schedule. And I'll paint them digitally, so I hope that goes well. Until now, I've been having a lot of fun, and I feel like they've been quite successfully done. But I only have space for 3 reactions, and since I thought that Alma was completed quite well, I think it is time to check out this because I'm not going to have the chance to do it during their 3 weeks of running. So, very excited. I will be doing Style official music video, and it just gives me a beautiful, like, vibe going on here, so I'm just super excited. Let's just start. Ooh. Okay, can we talk about, first of all, like, this beginning? I was not expecting that. Like, it's so different and quite interesting too. So just like, it's super like different from like how heavy metal like would go insane, and then they just hit you. They tend to do that now that I think about it. It's coming back to me. They tend to just be, oh, nice, and a different traditional or something, like some traditional sounds, some like calm sounds, and they just blast you with something insane. It's like the Minion video basically all over again. If you guys remember. Okay, so let's just like see again what's going on now that I did expect that. There's a really interesting fun beat that's almost like it's being made with other like drums, but not like the traditional, like the musical heavy metal band drums, with like sticks on a, like, it's almost like what they show here, but maybe something else as well. Yeah, something like this, but maybe bigger to like be dipper or something. They're working like with that. I love how different, like, the beat is kind of weird. It's like hitting a bit off. It's a bit quicker sometimes. I like how like there's that, and it feels almost a bit like modern-ish. It's going towards a pop and an intro. It's very interesting, and then they just hit you with like Mayu's insane vocals. It's almost relaxing, and it like, you also get the shot here with like the tea, and it's just adding, and you're like, almost, you leave like your guard down for a second, and then this pops up. And first of all, I love how they're editing this. It is beautiful, masterpiece already. But like here, after everything, you're like,
could do next. Shooking at the blazing, I'm impressed. such a hard and touch a voice I'm a real lady. Spend your name with the attitude. Taking a good dream in a dream of true. Shake them equally, trench. Life it is high with a dream of true.
Okay, first of all, can we talk about how gorgeous those rap and vocals were? I love it. I love how clean, steady, but also like determined you hear like her voice being. Like she is dead on ready to just like kick your butt. I love the guitar and I'm wearing headphones and I feel like they played with a bit of the sound where you can have a bit on the right and a bit on the left. This is my left, this is my right, but anyways. But yeah, you can have a bit of the sound beginning here and then ending here. And I feel like they did play with this, or they echoed it a bit. And I really like it. I also love how Mayu's going heavier, but then you have guitars being a bit like lighter. I feel like it's because you also have double guitars. Maybe that adds up to that. But again, like I like how it's a bit lighter, Mayu goes a bit heavier, and like you have this contrast as well because it's usually the instrument's a bit heavier and Mayu goes insane with her high vocals. Now, starting with high vocals and having heavier like music, which was the case, and switching suddenly is quite fun. And it's not that much of a sudden change, but you do hear it after like the first few seconds of being played, which is pretty interesting.
Taking a good dream in a dream of true. Shake them equally, trench. Life it is high with a dream of true. So searching deep side. Keep watching what's behind. No need to hide, cry. Decided it is time. It's quite easy, simple. Think you have you as a symbol. Taking the actions not too hard. Try to fight, no need to guard. It's time to stop, pretend again. I don't need words,
Okay, so many things have happened throughout this session. It is insane. First of all, super cool heavy guitar. I love it. Insane. I first of all love how we had one light version of a guitar and then we had just a little session being repeated on the second guitar. Beautifully executed. I love it. Both our girls are doing an amazing job. Saki and Hazuki, both. We had Haraguchi-san is bass, and Damu for drums. But yeah, both Saki and Hazuki are doing beautiful. Like it's so interesting, like hearing those double guitars coming in and out, and like huge session for the one, and it's a bit higher, and then repeating session around the same level, but like because it's repeating, you can hear it at a different time, and it's like it leaves that impact, and it's so cool, amazing. I love the re-entrance of the heavy guitar. Oh my god, so cool. And bass is just like, oh, I can't. I'm just getting destroyed here. KO. However you want to call it. But there's so many things going on after. Like, not only is like the guitars going so heavy there, it's just like you keep that light version and you slowly stop it, and it's so interesting. Like to see that it's just so insane.
No need to guard.
I like how we're like pitching high again and Mayu's voice is still heavy. It's so interesting. And it adds depth to the whole piece.
So pocket, unlock it, you get them, let it shoot that rocket. Oh, you gonna do it, try anything. Out there, it won't be connected. You make him slow to figure out what did you say? Take off the mask. The phone in the middle time track. Standing on the use of whack.
Okay. This is way too fun. I absolutely love how they're like playing not only with like guitars and the music, but also vocals. Like you have that heavy, and then you go higher, and then you drop down again. Like Mayu's voice is going through so many stages right now. I'm not keeping up. I'm losing it because the amount of things they change, add, and combine are so many that I can't keep track. And it is insane to see this like amount of changes. It's just unbelievable. And it somehow makes sense, and it's okay. I don't know how. Can we talk about that high note, like straight up from the heavy, like falls into that deep, heavy high note? Beautiful. And that pause, I love that. And she just straight up goes back to that rhythm that she had before. I love the impact because you need it there. It just is what it is needed to like keep the attention going. And you just know that a new chapter of lyrics has opened because of that pause. It's so beautiful. Love it. That hit of guitar, that like that coming in and back, beautiful, and that like slide bend there, priceless. It's so fun because it's kind of mimicking the vocals at some point, and it's so cool that you're like getting it so randomly in there, but somehow makes sense because it was close to where the vocals sounded like that. So just like, I love it. I love how you have that musical delayed interpretation of vocals. It's so beautiful and it works so well. The fact that they've actually achieved a repeat of their verses is insane because they're so all over the place that I feel like I wouldn't actually recognize if they repeated something. But I found it. I'm like, okay, chorus. Oh my god. It is insane. But it also just like helps you keep track of what's going so you don't get too confused and then lose track of the song, which is a shame because like the changes are so good. You don't want to overdo it. So I love it. I feel like they worked their butts off just to get this done to that complexity, and they've done such a good job. It is insane. Okay, I feel like that squirrel thingy, like, why did I say squirrel? Swirl, that's what I wanted to say. That pretty much explains what I felt the guitar solo was. The guitar solo duets was. Like, it put me into that, if I feel like if we repeated it, it would put me into that hypnotic position that is so interesting. Like, just like, listen to it. I also like how we're like consciousness and everything, like she was fighting herself, like it's all you, it's all that. I like that. Interesting. I love how they're kind of complementing each other, but they also stand out. It's like barely close to what they're actually playing, like between each other, but it's not, so you can hear when who's playing what. It's so interesting. I like it. Also, we have the start and then coming up with the duet. It's so like layered. Like the song's so layered. There's so many things happening. I love it. So smoothly done. I love it. I love how deep this part of the music is. I feel like we needed that, especially because we started with a guitar duet-ish solo that was a bit higher, and then you hit this that's deeper and heavier, and you also have a bit of drums in there and deeper bass as well. It's beautiful. Also, visuals are adding so much right now. Insane. Absolutely insane. Oh my god. I love the hot, like the vocals, the backing vocals of I think that we had that I feel like was both. Maybe we had backing vocals doing this, but I feel like it was Mayu. I'm not sure. You guys might know better to tell me, but it was so chaotic. I can still feel the tension in me. It finished off so chaotic as well. I love the rapping finishing too, so beautiful, and I love the circle back to coming back to the girls just being on that rooftop. It's so intense. I can still feel like that vibration through my body just throughout the song. I love how heavy it ended up at the end and then sharp finish. So clean. There's nothing I need to add. I feel like I love just like the whole chaotic layered vibe that they had, but was somehow able to be repeated. How are you gonna play this live? Like, that is going to be such a trial. It is so insane. And not only that, it's gonna be so entertaining to just sit and watch every single like instrument go nuts and then insert themselves somewhere else in this point, in this part, layer over there, layer over this. All of a sudden you go climax and then you hit pause and then you start again. You know what I mean? This insane, all over the place kind of thing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. That it was gorgeous and I loved it so much. I hope you did too, because that was so fun. Hope you guys will join me after like 3 weeks, of course, to see this amazing band get drawn digitally. I hope you guys will like it. I hope I get to do it on time, because if you guys don't know, I'm in university you're in right now, and I'm, let's say, doing some heavy projects. If you guys don't know, I'm doing animation. But yeah, very excited to see what you guys think on this. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications that will be sent, and I'll see you next time in my next reaction. Bye bye.